of life history. Now I want us to look at your eyes to be here to look at these leaves, this leaf here. Now here you find that a moth or a butterfly, actually a moth and a butterfly, they both lay their eggs under the leaf. You see these ones under the leaf, and we have already talked about that. The reason being protection from sunshine and then from predators. Protection from direct sunshine and then predators. Now once these eggs are laid, you find that these eggs after some time they hatch into larva stage. That one you see there, that is the larva, and here this one is a caterpillar. This one is a caterpillar. I've already explained about the behavior of a caterpillar. At this stage it eats a lot. So this caterpillar is most destructive to plants or rather leaves. After some time, that caterpillar develops or rather changes into pupa stage. I said that at this stage of caterpillar or larva stage, it eats a lot of food, and that food is what this insect uses at pupa stage, because at this stage it does not move, it is inactive. Therefore here it uses the food which was eaten at larva stage. After some time the pupa changes into adult. It changes into adult, and eventually the adult again begins laying eggs after some time, and the cycle continues. That's why we say a life cycle. A life moves like a circle. Are we together? Yes. That is all about this diagram. It's all about this diagram, life cycle of a butterfly. This is a life cycle of a butterfly or a moth. Now I want us to begin by looking at mosquitoes. Mosquitoes is one of the vectors, you know it. It is one of the vectors, serious vectors, not just it is a major serious vector, because mosquitoes spread many diseases. Now let us look at types of mosquitoes. Types of mosquitoes. One, we have Anopheles mosquitoes. We have Anopheles mosquitoes. That is the first type of mosquitoes. The other one is we have Culex mosquitoes. All of you Culex mosquitoes. That is the second type of mosquitoes that we have. And then finally we have tiger or Aedes mosquitoes. All of you tiger mosquitoes. Or Aedes mosquitoes. These are the three types of mosquitoes. Now when you look at these three types of mosquitoes, each type has a specific disease which it spreads, just as we are going to look at. So these are the three types of mosquitoes that we have. Now let us look at Anopheles mosquitoes. Anopheles mosquito is that one you see on my extreme right. That one there. That is the Anopheles mosquito. It is the Anopheles. You see the stomach is full of blood. It is full of blood. Now, an infected female Anopheles mosquito feeds on blood and spreads Plasmodia germs. An infected female Anopheles mosquito feeds on blood and spreads Plasmodia germs. Now, an infected female Anopheles here, the argument here is that not every female can spread Plasmodia germs. But the argument here is that it is only an infected female Anopheles which can spread Plasmodia germs. In exams, that is the level of P7. Even in P6, once you are asked name the vector which spreads malaria, and you say female Anopheles mosquito, that answer will be wrong. You will not be marked right. But it should be an infected female Anopheles mosquito. That one is a complete answer. The reason is not every Anopheles, most female Anopheles, can spread the Plasmodium germs. Are we together? I hope you are following the argument. So when you are giving your answer, make sure you emphasize an infected female Anopheles mosquito. So it is the one which spreads Plasmodium germs as it feeds on blood. Plasmodium germs is a plural. Then the singular is Plasmodium. Plasmodium. That is the singular. A male Anopheles feeds on nectar. A male Anopheles mosquito feeds on nectar. Nectar is the juice which is found in flowers. That juice, that nice juice which is found in flowers. It is what a male Anopheles feeds on. Are we together? Plasmodia is a protozoa that causes malaria. Plasmodia is a protozoa that causes malaria. A protozoa is one of the germs which cause diseases. But in this case, we are talking about malaria. That is Plasmodia. Let us look at characteristics of Anopheles mosquitoes. Characteristics of Anopheles mosquitoes. Number 1, they lay eggs singly with the air float. They lay eggs singly with air float, meaning they lay their eggs separately. That is, single eggs which are not joined together. They lay their eggs singly with the air float. Air float, I will show you the picture where you will have to look at air float. What do you mean by air float? Now here, the air float I'm talking about is this part here. This one at the sides, that one there, then the other one there. That's the air float. Are we together? When you look at even others, it is the same. So I'm saying they lay eggs singly. These eggs are not joined. They are separate. That one is different from this one. And that one is different from this one. You see, this one is also separate. Even that one. So what we singly from the word single, which means one. Are we together? Yes. So the other characteristic is that they fly only at night. Anopheles mosquitoes fly only at night. Remember, I said that they suck blood. Therefore, this one they do it when people are sleeping. That's when they come out and begin sucking blood from people. So that is the female, the Anopheles mosquito. It is lying in a vertical position. The other characteristic is that they have spotted wings. They have spotted wings. I want us to look at these wings here. You see the color black, sort of brown and white, brown and white, brown and white. So those are the spotted wings we are talking about in this case. They have spotted wings. You can look at this one here. The abdomen itself is red. It contains blood. That's why you see it is red. But the insect is lying in a vertical position. That is the resting position for that Anopheles mosquito. Vertically, it is a resting position. The other characteristic is that the adult lies in a slopy position when resting. That's what I've just said. It lies in a slopy, like a slope. When you look at this insect here, you see it is slopy, and it is a resting position for Anopheles. Are we together? Yeah, that is another characteristic of Anopheles mosquito. The other one, their body lies parallel to the water surface. Their body lies parallel to the water surface when breathing during larval stage. Now, during larval stage, there are certain breathing organs. Like when you look at this one now here, you will find that it is lying parallel to the water surface. This is the larva which we are talking about here. It lies parallel to the water surface, and therefore it is now breathing at this stage of larva stage. Now the larva stage of a mosquito regular. A regular is the larva stage of a mosquito, and it is movement. It moves by wriggling. We call it wriggling. Are we together? The other characteristic is that they lay eggs singly with air float. They lay eggs singly with the air float. That one I talked about it. We are just going through marathoning. They fly only at night. That is the characteristic we have talked previously. I talked about it. They have spotted wings. This one is a recap of what we have already seen. The adult lies in a slow position when resting. We have already discussed that. Their body lies parallel to the water surface. I have just explained that. So this one is a summary of what we have already touched the other side. Are we together? Yes, of characteristics of Anopheles mosquitoes. So the body lies parallel to the water surface when it is breathing during the larva stage, which we call regular. Which we call what? Regular. Now, our second type of mosquitoes is Culex mosquitoes. All of you Culex mosquitoes. That's the Culex. Are you seeing it? Also, the stomach is red, full of blood. Now, Culex mosquito spreads the filaria worms. Culex mosquitoes spread the filaria worms. Now, for that reason, these worms are the ones which cause a disease called elephantiasis. They cause a disease called elephantiasis. And even because of the filaria worms, which are spread by Culex mosquito, it also makes the disease to be given another name as filariasis. It is also called filariasis. Now, you can have filariasis or elephantiasis. That's the same disease, which is caused by filaria worms. So the cause of filariasis is filaria worms. Are we together? It is called elephantiasis because it makes the victim's legs bigger like those of an elephant. It is called elephantiasis because it makes the victim's legs